Did you know that fewer than 1 out of every 5,000 people will ever live to see 100 years old? Think about that for a moment. Out of an entire town, only a tiny handful will ever blow out 100 candles. And the ones who do almost never get there by accident. Here's the part most people never hear. The folks who reach 100 don't just get lucky with their genes. Long before that birthday, their bodies quietly pass a series of small, simple tests. Tests so ordinary that most people never even notice them. Rising from a chair, standing on one foot, climbing a single flight of stairs without stopping to catch their breath. If those small things still feel easy for you somewhere between the ages of 75 and 85, then I have something important to tell you. You are already in rare company. You're showing the same quiet signs that doctors and researchers see again and again in people who go on to live the longest, healthiest lives. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 6 simple things, 6 everyday movements and habits, and if they still feel easy for you, it could mean your body is aging far better than most. Stay with me all the way to the end because the 6th one is the test that catches almost everyone off guard, and it might be the most important one of all. Now, I want to be clear with you. These are not guesses, and they are not old wives' tales. Every single one of these 6 things lines up with patterns that real doctors and real researchers have observed in thousands of older adults over many years. They're some of the simplest, most reliable signals of how well a body is holding up. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for in yourself. You'll be able to quietly test each one at home in your own time with no special equipment. And you'll understand what each result is really telling you about the years ahead. Let's begin. Thing 1. Standing up from a chair without using your hands. Let's start with something you probably do a dozen times a day without even thinking about it. Getting up out of a chair. Here's the test. Sit in a normal chair, fold your arms across your chest, and stand up without pushing off with your hands and without rocking forward for momentum. Just stand. If you can do that smoothly, you're showing real strength in your legs, your hips, and your core. And that matters more than almost anything else as you age. Strong legs are what keep you walking, keep you independent, and keep you out of a wheelchair. When the legs go, independence usually goes with them. And here's something that surprised even me when I learned it. Researchers have found that how easily you stand up can actually predict things about your future health better than your age on paper. Let me show you what I mean with 2 people. Think about Harold and Walter, both 79 years old, lived on the same street for 30 years. Harold makes a point of standing up and sitting down a few extra times whenever he's at the kitchen table. Nothing fancy, just a small habit. Walter, on the other hand, spends most of his day in his recliner and uses both armrests to push himself up, groaning a little every time. Over a couple of years, the difference became impossible to miss. Harold still walks to the corner store on his own. Walter started needing a cane just to cross the living room, and then he needed help getting up at all. That's the deeper truth here. The strength to rise from a chair isn't just about chairs. It's about whether you can get off the floor if you fall, climb into a car, or get up in the night without waking the whole house. It's the foundation of living life on your own terms. The good news is, this is one of the easiest things to improve at any age. Here's what you can do. A few times a day, practice standing up and sitting down slowly, without using your hands. Start with 5. Hold on to a counter nearby if you need to feel safe. That one small movement, done daily, rebuilds the exact muscles that keep you independent. So let me ask you directly. Can you stand up from your chair right now, arms folded, without a single push from your hands? Give it a try, and remember how it felt. Thing 2. Standing on one leg for 10 seconds. Now let's test something that sounds almost too simple. Balance. Here's all I want you to do. Stand near a wall or a sturdy chair, just in case, and lift one foot off the ground. Now hold it. Can you balance on one leg for a full 10 seconds without grabbing onto anything? It sounds easy, but for a lot of people past 75, it's surprisingly hard. And that's a bigger deal than most folks realize. Balance is your body's quiet defense system against the one thing that ends so many independent lives: a fall. A single bad fall can lead to a broken hip, a hospital stay, and a downward slide that's painfully hard to climb back from. Good balance means your brain, your inner ear, your eyes, and your muscles are all still talking to each other the way they should. And this is where it gets really interesting, because balance reveals something deeper than just steady feet. Picture Margaret and Eleanor, both 81. Margaret stands on one leg every morning while she brushes her teeth, switching feet halfway through, treating it like a tiny game. Eleanor never thinks about it. One ordinary afternoon, Eleanor reached for something on a high shelf, lost her footing, and went down hard. That fall cost her months. Margaret, meanwhile, caught herself the day she tripped on a garden hose because her body knew how to recover. What this really means is that balance buys you time and safety in 100 invisible moments every week. Stepping off a curb, turning around quickly, reaching into a cupboard, every one of those is a tiny balance test, and a strong sense of balance means you pass them without even noticing. Here's what you can do starting today. Hold onto your kitchen counter and practice standing on one leg for a few seconds, then the other. Do it while the coffee brews. As you get steadier, try letting go for just a moment. Little by little, those seconds add up, and your body relearns how to keep you upright. So here's your question. When you lifted that foot, could you hold it for 10 full seconds without wobbling or reaching for the wall? Be honest with yourself. That answer tells you a lot. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment the number 2 below to let me know you're here and you've made it through the first 2. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love for you to subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any of these videos. Your support helps us keep creating content that informs and encourages you. Now let's move forward because thing number 3 trips up more people than any of the ones before it. Thing 3, opening a tight jar, grip strength. Here's one you can test the next time you're in the kitchen. Reach for a jar with a stubborn lid, a pickle jar, a jam jar, anything sealed tight. Can you twist it open on your own without banging it on the counter or calling for help? It sounds small, but grip strength is one of the most powerful longevity signals doctors have. Your hands are a window into the strength of your whole body. When researchers want a quick read on how someone is aging, one of the very first things they often measure is the squeeze of a hand. A strong grip tends to travel together with a strong heart, strong muscles, and a sharper mind. And the reason behind that connection is something most people have never been told. Your grip doesn't weaken on its own, it weakens when your whole system starts to slow down, which is exactly why it's such an early warning light. Let me show you with 2 old friends. Take Frank and George, both 77. Frank still tends a small vegetable garden, carries his own groceries in from the car, and squeezes a little rubber ball while he watches the evening news. George gave up those things years ago. He started asking neighbors to open jars, then to carry the trash, then to help with buttons and zippers. Within a few years, the gap between them was enormous. Frank stayed capable and busy. George slowly handed away one piece of his independence after another, until simple daily tasks felt like mountains. The deeper meaning here is hard to ignore. When your hands stay strong, you stay the one who does things instead of the one who waits for things to be done for you. That single difference shapes how it feels to live every single day. Here's what you can do, and it couldn't be simpler. Keep a soft ball or a rolled-up sock by your favorite chair. A few times a day, squeeze it firmly, hold for a few seconds, and release. Do it on both hands. You can also carry your groceries in a few extra trips on purpose, letting your hands do the work. Strength returns faster than most people expect. So ask yourself, the last time you faced a tight lid, did you open it yourself or did you set it aside and wait for help? Your answer is worth paying attention to. Thing 4. Walking at a brisk pace without getting winded. Now let's talk about how you walk. Not whether you walk how. Specifically, can you pick up the pace, walk briskly for a couple of minutes, and still carry on a conversation without gasping for air? Walking speed is one of the most studied and most respected signs of healthy aging in the entire world of medicine. It's sometimes called the 6th vital sign. The reason is simple. To walk quickly and comfortably, almost everything in your body has to be working together: your heart, your lungs, your muscles, your joints, your nerves, and your balance, all in harmony. A brisk, easy walk is your whole body quietly announcing that it's still running well. And here's the part that tends to stop people in their tracks. The pace you walk down the street today can say more about the years ahead of you than almost any single number a doctor can pull off a chart. Watch what that looked like for 2 neighbors. Consider Dorothy and Ruth, both 83. Dorothy takes a brisk 20-minute walk most mornings, arms swinging, head up, breathing strong. Ruth shuffles slowly from room to room and tires after just a few steps. Over time, Dorothy's world stayed wide open. She went to the market, visited friends, walked in the park. Ruth's world quietly shrank, one room at a time, until most of her days happened within a few feet of her chair. That's the truth at the heart of this. A slow, breathless walk doesn't just make travel harder, it slowly closes doors. The places you can go, the people you can see, the life you can reach, all of it depends on the strength and ease of your stride. Here's what you can do. You don't need a gym. Start with short, brisk walks, even 5 minutes around the block, or up and down the hallway if the weather's bad. Swing your arms. Walk a little faster than feels comfortable, then rest. Do it most days, and your pace and your breath will steadily improve. So here's the honest question. When you speed up your walk, can you still talk easily, or are you reaching for the nearest place to sit? That feeling is telling you something real. You've made it to the halfway mark, and that already puts you ahead of most. If these insights are helping you, comment the number 4 below so I know you're still right here with me. And if you're finding value in this, please subscribe and tap the bell. It truly helps us keep these videos coming. Now stay with me, because the next 2 things are the ones almost everyone overlooks. And thing number 6 is the one I promised would catch you off guard. Thing 5, sleeping through the night and waking rested. Let's talk about something you do every single night, whether you think about it or not: sleep. Specifically, do you sleep through most of the night and wake up feeling genuinely rested? A lot of people assume that broken, restless sleep is just a normal part of getting older. And while sleep does change with age, deep and restful sleep is one of the clearest signs of a healthy aging brain and body. While you sleep, your brain is busy clearing out waste, filing away memories, and repairing itself. Your body lowers its stress, calms inflammation, and rebuilds. Good sleep isn't rest from living, it's part of what keeps you living well. And here's something that catches a lot of people off guard. The quality of your sleep tonight quietly shapes your memory, your mood, and even your heart health for years to come, which is why this one matters so much more than it seems. Let me paint you a picture. Think about Arthur and Betty, both 78. Arthur keeps a steady routine: same bedtime, a cool dark room, no heavy meals late at night. He sleeps soundly and wakes up clear-headed. Betty drifts off in front of a loud television, wakes up several times, and starts each day foggy and worn out before it's even begun. Over the years, Arthur stayed sharp, steady, and even-tempered. Betty struggled more and more with tiredness, forgetfulness, and a short fuse, much of it tracing right back to those broken nights. What this really means is that sleep is the quiet foundation under everything else on this list. Your strength, your balance, your memory, your mood, all of them are repaired and recharged while you rest. Lose the sleep, and slowly you lose the rest. Here's what you can do. Try to finish your last meal 3 to 4 hours before bed. Keep your bedroom cool. Somewhere between 60 and 67 degrees works well for most people. Make it dark and quiet, and try to go to bed and wake up around the same time each day. These small changes add up to deeper, more healing sleep. So ask yourself gently, do you sleep through most of the night and wake up feeling truly rested, or do you start your days already tired? That answer matters more than you might think. Thing 6, climbing a flight of stairs without stopping. And now we've reached the one I promised would surprise you. The 6th thing, climbing a full flight of stairs without stopping to rest and without pausing to catch your breath at the top. Here's why this one is so powerful. Stairs are a complete test of your whole body all at once. You need leg strength to lift yourself, balance to stay steady, and heart and lung power to keep going. That's why this single, ordinary task pulls together almost everything else we've talked about today. If you can climb a flight of stairs smoothly and arrive at the top still breathing easily, your body is passing a serious test of overall fitness, the kind that quietly separates those who stay independent from those who don't. And this is the part most people never see coming. The way you handle a staircase today is one of the strongest hints of whether you'll still be living on your own terms 10 years from now. Here's how that played out for 2 men I'll never forget. Picture Joe and Albert, both 80. Joe takes the stairs whenever he can, slow and steady, gripping the rail, treating each climb as a little workout. Albert started avoiding stairs altogether. He'd wait, find another way around, or simply not go where stairs were involved. Year by year, Joe's legs and lungs stayed strong, and stairs stayed easy. Albert's body grew weaker from all that avoiding, until even a few steps left him winded and afraid. Eventually, the stairs in his own home became a wall he couldn't cross, and his whole life had to shrink to one floor. That's the deeper truth here, and it's the heart of this entire video. Avoiding the hard things doesn't protect your body, it slowly weakens it. The people who stay capable into their 80s and beyond are usually the ones who keep gently challenging themselves, one staircase, one walk, one chair stand at a time. Here's what you can do. If you have stairs, use them carefully, holding the rail one step at a time. If a full flight is too much right now, start with just a few steps and build up slowly. No stairs at home? Step up and down on a single sturdy step. Little by little, your body adapts and grows stronger. So here's your final question. Can you climb a flight of stairs without stopping and reach the top still breathing comfortably? However you answered, that's your starting point, not your ending point. You made it through all 6. Comment the number 6 below to plant your flag and let me know you went the distance. Truly, thank you for staying with me this long. If this video has been helpful, please give it a like, subscribe, and share it with someone you love who's getting older too. Your support is what keeps these videos alive. Now let's bring it all together. Now that you've heard all 6, take a quiet moment and reflect on where you stand. Not with fear, with honesty, and with hope. Let's quickly run back through them. 1. Standing up from a chair without using your hands, the test of your legs and your independence. 2. Balancing on one leg for 10 seconds, your body's defense against a dangerous fall. 3. Opening a tight jar, the surprising power of grip strength. 4. Walking briskly without getting winded, the 6th vital sign of healthy aging. 5. Sleeping through the night and waking rested, the quiet foundation under everything else. And 6. Climbing a flight of stairs without stopping, the test that pulls it all together. Now here's the most important thing I can tell you. If some of these felt hard, please don't lose heart. Because the good news, the truly wonderful news, is that nearly every one of these things can be improved at any age. Your body is remarkably willing to grow stronger when you ask it to. Your future isn't set in stone. The small choices you make starting today can have a powerful impact on the years in front of you. So don't wait. Start now. Practice rising from your chair. Balance while you brush your teeth. Squeeze a ball. Take a brisk walk. Protect your sleep. Climb a few stairs. Pick just one to begin with tonight and build from there. Small, steady effort is how ordinary people end up in rare company. Because in the end, the goal was never just to add years to your life. The goal is to add life to your years, to stay strong, stay independent, and keep doing the things that make every day worth waking up for. That's what these 6 things are really about. And that future is far more in your hands than you may have ever believed. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'd truly love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share just one thing you learned in this video and one small change you plan to make because of it. Your thoughts mean a great deal to me, so please don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us real motivation to keep going. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Your support is what helps us keep creating content to inform and inspire you. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care of yourself and keep doing the small things that keep you strong.